After traveling Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, and Panama, I finally made it to South America, and my first and also only country that I will be visiting is Colombia. Arrived in Cartagena, I realized that drinking almost every day isn't the healthiest lifestyle, so I needed to start getting back in shape. Because yes, Central America was an amazing place to party. But now it was time to lose the belly. And what better way to lose some weight to sign up for a 5-day trek into the jungle of Colombia. For that, I took a bus to Santa Marta, where the trek in the Sierra Nevada jungle would start. The 5-day trek had for a goal to visit la Ciudad Perdida. The lost city was located 25 kilometers deep into the jungle and was discovered in 1972 by some tomb robbers. And the only way to get there is to hike. By the end of the 5 days, we would have covered 40 kilometers of walking. The first day was a short 4-hour hike. We quickly realized that the heat and the humidity would be our biggest challenge, or maybe something else too. Even though the first day was an easy one, day 2 started with some heavy rains. But after the rain comes the sun. Walked and passed by some indigenous villages where still today tribes are living peacefully. The day consisted of crossing rivers, jumping into the river to cool down, start walking again and being soaked in sweat again. And so on and on. Even though feeling super tired, day 3 was the final push to the lost city. And the only thing between us and the city was approximately 1,200 steps. But once up there, I leave the images speak for themselves. Well, now it was time to walk back where we started. Is it only me, or every time I hike I get into this reflective mode? And since it was almost 6 months that I was backpacking on my own, I distanced myself from the group and took these 2 days for myself, taking in the beauty of the Sierra Nevada. The more I walked, the more I felt just grateful to do what I do and see the world. And this experience was yet again a high moment of my trip. To meet the locals, learn about them, to see this ancient place, it really made me feel alive. And after 5 days of hiking and showering in the river, well, I truly lived in the moment. So we headed back to Santa Marta, and I left the group and made my way to the desert of Colombia. Yes, Colombia has a desert. And my 3-day jeep tour started in Riohacha. The desert is called La Guajira. And the area holds immense coal reserves, which are exploded in the zone and transported by a train back to the bigger cities. But the desert is very poor. We kept seeing children stopping us for money or food. I'm never sure what to feel in such situation. Here I was, roaming around and seeing the world when so many of us are trying to survive. It definitely had an impact on me. I'm still not sure in which way. We kept exploring the desert. And I saw the most vibrant sunsets of all. The next day we kept exploring different beaches, drove around the desert. This place freaking blew my mind. I was definitely not expecting to find this in Colombia, and I highly recommend you to visit the desert of La Guajira if you are there. After the desert, I headed to the Tayrona Park, which is supposed to have some of the most beautiful beaches of all Colombia. I was fighting with a foot injury from a hit I got in Costa Rica, and honestly I felt tired. I also think, since I did so many high-packed experiences the last couple of days, that inevitably brought this tiredness. So I pretty much stayed on my own, checked out some beaches and relaxed. I took this time to think where to head next, because yes, this tiredness wasn't only due to high-packed experiences, it was due to very similar landscape and lifestyle of Latin America. That's where I came to the conclusion to leave the Latin American part and to book a flight for Asia. But Asia was still a couple of weeks away, and I was still in this insanely beautiful place where I stayed for 2 nights and slept in hammocks and made the most of it. Because when will I be back, right? Many people ask me why I film everything. Well, because I want to go back with my mind whenever I want to relive this particular moment of my life that is now gone. And that's a beautiful feeling. After 3 weeks spent in the upper part of Colombia, I finally took a bus to the highly anticipated Medellin. But yet, I was still recovering from my foot injury, so I only took my camera out once for a football game.
Número 15,
I also did a day trip to a place with a strangely huge rock that you could walk up. And let me tell you, no, let me show you the insane view you had up there. This is Guadape.
This is it. I'm at the airport, leaving Colombia, leaving this continent, going to Japan after 6 months, guys. 6 months.
So here I was, flying to Japan with a little layover in Toronto, Canada. "24 hours later, I was finally in Tokyo." But that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to follow me on Instagram to see all the behind the scenes. And I'll see you on the next one.